Hi everyone, welcome to Hair Tuition, which is a spin-off from Intuitive Talks with your host Adanina. I intuit into it, you intuit into it, we intuit into it, we all intuit into it. I just intuited into it and I'm just connecting the dots while also just remembering memory. So today on this episode of Hair Tuition channel, in my aquarium actually well, you're always in my aquarium. uh I just wanted you to anyway I just wanted to close the Pisces season. So usually I'm usually rushing to do the readings for the season, but I've been done with Pisces season readings, for a while, and I was done pretty early, like weeks ago. And I'm so glad about that. And I've been contemplating on, you know, finishing up the season with, you know, um, my seasonal feelings about the season, and also my experience as an Aries woman with your sign, which would be Pisces. Pisces men, Pisces women. So, but this recording is going to be about my seasonal feelings in respect of your season, which is Pisces season. So, I want to say before I continue, I would have loved to do a video, but right now it doesn't look like it, and I don't feel like deleting pictures. But I probably will delete pictures soon. You understand, so that I can have time to do video. But if not, it's okay. I just wanna get it done so that I don't wanna, you know, be in a situation where I won't be able to do it. There's no excuse anyway on why I shouldn't do any, recordings. You understand? So without further ado, I'll say happy Pisces season, you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's coming to an end. So I wanted to wait to the absolute end, like I already said before, but I want to be more realistic, even though this is like Pisces season where, we're all daydreaming and living in fantasy land or whatever. No disrespect to the sign. I tend to be more Pisces like too with my dreams. I tend to stick to, my dreams. You understand? And I tend to daydream too a lot, you know. Anyway, um, um, so my seasonal feelings, about this season of Pisces 2022. Well, the start of it kind of sort of came with a bang. You understand? And in these types of videos or in these types of recording, I usually say if Pisces season was favorable to me or unfavorable. But either one that I say is just subjective to how I'm feeling. It doesn't really mean that is, exactly how if it really is. If you get what I'm saying. If I say it's favorable, then if I say it's favorable, it doesn't mean I felt favorable things. if I said it's unfavorable, it doesn't mean that I didn't feel favorable things. So hope you get it. You know, it started off with a bang. Uh, I just want to say, and I have to keep on saying it so that people can understand. My Pisces is in the sixth house. So every season I'm working with opposite energies. You understand? So um what what stood out to me was more, you know, me being a hermit. You get what I'm saying? Like a lot of like hermit behavior, you understand, staying to myself. And it's more so of, dealing with my emotions and just containing it. You understand? Trying to contain it in the room with myself, by myself. Um, you know, kind of like Pisces season is like kind of sort of go with the flow of your circle of your cruise energy, and I wasn't able to do that because number one, with I believe the Virgo energy that I'm working with, I like I like to I like things to be done right and respectfully, you understand, with, you know, I don't know. And I can say that I was a bit judgmental or a lot, but I like things done right. Yeah, because I felt that things were not done right and respectfully, I couldn't really go with the flow of things like that, even though I tried to. As a matter of fact, me being in hermit mode, staying to myself, was really me trying to balance out the energies of me not going in the flow of things that I feel like, um, it's not done right. It's not right. Things of that nature. You get what I'm saying? So, um, so it ended up me being, you know, in Pisces season, I wasn't really feeling selfless like that. And I noticed that I usually feel like this during the Pisces season, even though I'm to be selfless, it's a way I have to deliver that selflessness. You understand? If I don't feel like it's going to be appreciated, or if I feel like I've not been appreciated in the past, I don't know how to continue to, you know, go with the flow. You understand? And also, Virgo is the sign of the servant, right? And I believe Pisces is a sign of victim or something. Um, I'm saying this to say that I didn't do my dishes that I supposed to do, like certain chores that I supposed to do. I started doing just for myself. You understand? Just because, emotionally, you know, I don't know, things were not going my way. It's a watery season. So the way I just dealt with my emotions was just being in the hermit mode. Really, really, really to myself. I thought that a lot of times it was just reverse hermit, but just staying to myself a lot. Um, but also when the Pisces season started, I noticed that I looked in the mirror and I saw like a voluptuous, plump body, which I naturally have that type of body, but you know, it's not been very apparent nowadays a lot of times, because of the way things are now. I stay a lot to myself. I know I lounge around. That's because, if my emotional needs are not being met, it's gonna be hard for me to wanna be motivated to do anything, you know. And also, like, me suffering like homelessness, so every time that type of thing resurface, like me being, about to be homeless again and all that type of stuff, it really caused a very negative reaction in me. You understand, to want to even withdraw even further and isolate myself from people, you know. Because number one, I just felt that even for a long time, like I feel like I talk to people who don't understand me and things like that, and that is really frustrating for me. You understand? And also, um, aside from feeling like this victimization type of thing, or feeling like a victim, or feeling really underappreciated and stuff. You understand? We're just coming out of the Piscean age into the Aquarius season where you really, really see that. You understand? Like, people may not be appreciated or stuff, even if they do a lot. Especially, like, for example, like women. That's what I see. Um, but I just think that um, my emotions played a big part of me, kind of like Pisces not being such a favorable season for me. However, on the brighter side of it, you know, um, it was very creative for me. Um, I was dancing and I tried to dance a lot. It's just that if my emotions, which was what happened majority of this season, and it doesn't just always happen, but I mean, it's not like I don't have issues with emotions. You understand, with when I say people not understanding me, or me not being able to understand why people don't respect me. Granted, I don't have a 9 to 5. I always feel like people should appreciate me for other things, but you know um well, I just felt I wasn't appreciated for other things, that I feel like I bring to the table. um I noticed from experience, I think I've said this before, mm, it's no brainer that Pisces season is a very emotional season. You understand? It's very emotional for me, like just being paralyzed by them, like just paralyzed by the emotions. You understand? I had all this creative energy and whatnot, but still, just being paralyzed by emotions, that being motivated to take a shower, just sitting down instead of eating, afraid of being around people that I'm uncomfortable of, or scared to be around the energy, scared of how I react when I feel disrespected or underappreciated. You understand? Which, to be honest, in the beginning, you understand, was really, really strong, where I just abruptly stopped, little chores, things that I do, for the home. And this is selfless season. You get what I'm saying? So I was feeling a bit more selfish, and I don't want to go into feeling like, like it was childish or immature. Maybe it was. Okay, probably was, it is. But I just felt that, you know, things were not done properly for me, or things were said in an insensitive way. You understand? And I'm a highly sensitive individual. And then Virgo season, right? I mean, not Virgo season, Pisces season, but me feeling like a Virgo, right? Virgos are very, very highly sensitive people. They get anxious easily, and I already suffer from anxiety. So, that was even more misunderstanding. Like, it's just, you know, it's it was very, very tough for me because number one, like I said, I couldn't really go with the flow of what's going on because number one, I didn't feel respected and appreciated. You understand? Or, I didn't feel things were done right. But however, the little bit of times that I felt of course you're gonna feel the Pisces energy, whether in a good way and or a bad way. So, I just loved, you know, the couple of moments where I was able to go in the flow of things, maybe like eat food from party that I didn't go to, which is typically me. I don't have to go to a party, but if the food is around me in the fridge or something, I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna eat cake, I'm gonna eat rice, I'm gonna eat more. I'm gonna eat everything. I eat everything. I know where it comes from. I know, you get what I'm saying? You know, I recognize food, the food is good. Um, that type of thing. Um, I also noticed that I wanted to sing more, and for the most part, when I sang, my voice was just very clear and nice, like fish singing, you know. I also was more motivated to, actually, I was just feeling very much creative, Pisces is a creative energy. And like now, I just had to up and do this. I like to wait till like I'm perfectly in good energies to do readings or to just do any videos whatsoever, but that doesn't always happen. You just have to turn camera and just, to be honest, you have to just freestyle sometimes. You understand? Even though, with the Virgo energy that I'm working with, it was not easy. Sometimes, or actually a lot of times, to be honest, because Virgo is a perfectionist. Pisces is also a perfectionist, but not really like Virgo, because once again, Pisces can go with the flow. Pisces can just pretend like something is not bothering them. A Virgo might not be able to do that. I don't think so. And like I said, you understand, just crippled by emotions, crippled by negative emotions. You understand, like positive emotions. You understand, it was just perfect. So I know that I am naturally, even without Pisces season, but it was more evident now in Pisces season. I'm just completely dependent on my emotions to be good, which most of the time it wasn't. I get anxious easily. You understand, from past experience in life. You understand, and I'm just not that type of person to do things when my emotions is really hurt, and if I do it, one time I will probably you know be upset, and I'll have to really express how I feel, even if I have to shout or fight about it. But um it doesn't mean like the whole Pisces season was like that. I remember, the beginning of Pisces season, like I was trying to tell you, I looked in the mirror, I saw a very voluptuous person, coming out of the bathroom. I think my period was a very good time for me because number one, when I'm on my period, it just helps me with like hermit energy. You understand? Staying to myself. I get to focus on my blood flow. I get to feel really feminine, you understand? Because uh and I also I've noticed this for a long time, when I'm close to my period, everything that I'm suppressing seems to come out. It doesn't stop anyway. And also I felt more vulnerable, you understand, with my channel. A little bit, actually a lot more vulnerable. Maybe not the most vulnerable person, but I felt a lot more vulnerable. But then on the flip side of it, also with the Virgo energy, like the high priestess energy, I've just kept it all to myself. I flip flopped from being vulnerable to just, you know, not wanting to be vulnerable at all. So, um, I was also feeling, because I did a lot of videos, highlighting how I'm feeling during the Pisces season, which was kind of like a blessing for me. You understand? Because even if I didn't do this recording, I can just, look back at that and I will see how Pisces season was for me, kind of, sort of, I'll get the picture. You understand? So, uh, so yeah, Pisces season started really affecting me in a not really favorable way when I kind of like wake up in the morning, even though I'm by myself, and I'm like, I'm kind of like used to being by myself, but then at certain periods of time, it's very heartbreaking. I mean, especially like when I'm looking, I'm like, oh my god, I don't have like a main squeeze, any teddy bear. I don't have that. I don't have any. You understand? So I will kind of say that I was sexually frustrated too. You understand? Not knowing what to do with myself most of the time when I felt that way. To be honest, in couple with my other emotions of feeling afraid, scared, and just totally like a fish out of water. You understand? Um, and I know that it's easy for people to say, why don't you just deal with your emotions appropriately? Like, you can do that. I did things that I could have done. You understand? It's just that there was a lot of anxiety, and I felt the best way that I had to deal with it was to keep to myself. You understand? Especially when I'm around folks who I feel don't understand me. You understand, like my emotions, the way I put it, and I feel like I've expressed it before. You understand? So, you know, it was just one of those things, one of these seasons where, you know, it's like it would have just paid to be around at least one person that loves you. You understand? One person who can love you, make love to you. You understand you, whether you're good or whether you're bad. You understand? So, um, so when it was good, which I didn't really experience that with other people, or I did, but it was the way how it was short lived. It made me feel like it was not real anyway. So, which is why I really, you know, held back my energy, and I didn't really want to share my energy with anyone, even though I was forced to sometimes, like just this Pisces season. Pisces is vulnerable with their emotions. I didn't really, really want to be vulnerable with my emotions. I wanted to contain it. You understand? And when it came out, it did not come out the best way. It was really almost like an attack. You understand? So, like, like more like a sneak move, like I'll try to say it, like, when I felt someone was doing something and I've already told them that I didn't want it like that, and I know that my opinion does not matter. You understand? I keep on seeing them doing something to the point where, they will need me to do something, and I'm like, what? I can't do this when you didn't do this. You understand? It was just kind of interesting to me. You understand? How I was expected to go with the flow of things when I, you know, I was not properly brought into it. So I was definitely not feeling the gang activity. You get what I'm saying? Like feeling like I'm part of any circle, you understand? So I didn't wanna, I was just by myself, high priestess. And I don't want to say I was holier than thou. I just knew that with the way I was feeling and I was not comfortable, I knew I needed to be by myself. That didn't work, but I thought that, staying to myself would work and let others that who wanted to be in the flow, who felt good about it, to be part of, whatever it is that, you know, of the flow of things, you know. So it was Pisces season in a nutshell was basically me being in hermit mode and high priestess mode. As you can hear from my voice, it's not fun. You understand? It's just not fun. It's a lot of staying to yourself. It's a lot of, introspection. It's a lot of depression. It's a lot of just suppression, you know, of how you feel. You understand? Or just releasing your feelings to the wrong persons over and over again. You understand? It's just I I know that I can never fully under explain what I'm trying to explain. I say I can never really over explain. That's what I mean. Because I know I'm under explaining it. You understand? And that's how much I didn't want to be vulnerable. Also because this is Virgo season, right? I mean, this is Pisces season. So I was really feeling as though, to focus more on my health. You understand? However, the most important of that I was focusing on, the most important part of my health I was focused on was my emotions, which, to be honest, have been the best way I can say it has been more hermit like, and I'm not gonna lie, very depressed. I wish you guys could have seen me on camera. You understand? Like, just you be able to just see. You understand? Like I said, it's not that I don't want you guys to see me on camera. You understand? It's just that with my phone right now, I don't know, I have to work on it. Or if I can stay to voice recorder for now, which I don't know what's gonna be happening now on henceforth. You understand? You never know. So, just my voice. Yeah, as long as it's done, you understand, it's okay. When I can come on camera, I would. If I cannot, then I can't. You understand? So, yeah, Pisces season was very, very emotional. It was very interesting on how to deal with that emotion because, my placements with Pisces or Pisces in my chart, you understand? To be honest, Pisces season, I usually dread it because about one or two things happen that is just very, very frightening and sad for me. You understand? And very upsetting for me. You get what I'm saying? Um, Sometimes, you understand, I guess being with the Virgo energy, trying to make use of this Virgo energy is not easy because when you're nervous or anxious, you understand, people misread it. And that's in any other season, not to talk of when you're feeling more like a Virgo, where people don't understand why you fretting, what's going on, especially when you've already told them before in the past. It's very funny. Actually, it's not, it's just weird. You understand how when people don't care about your feelings, they really don't care. You understand? Or things like that, you know. Or, when you're in Pisces season, how you just process your feelings through your emotions. You understand, of course, how you process situations, especially, through your emotions. Um, yeah, hermit energy because of because of being crippled by emotions. Um, I know people say get over it, but sometimes when you don't have like motivation, like I'm not saying, in a way where you feel like the world is over. It's just that, you know, with Pisces season, you understand, with your emotions, it's very hard to be in that crippling moment with nobody to understand you. You understand? It just makes you feel worse. You understand? A lot of times. But like I said, it wasn't always like that, no matter how long it was. You understand? During the Pisces season, still had moments where, I looked in the mirror, it looked like, you know, my no, it was just more of, me dancing, me singing, me recording myself, video recording myself, and I'm looking better or whatever, or me expressing myself and feeling better about it, you know. I also found out I was drawn to gossip. You understand? Particular gossip, not every type of gossip. I know everyone has what type of gossip they like, but I was just drawn to like some gossip, you know, of a select few, vloggers or whatever who gossip, you understand? Um yeah, so I had really much closed off energy from people. Uh, well, yeah. I also want to point out, like, if like African people should ever listen to this, you understand? Like, it's just feeling like, when you're in a movie, when you're watching a Nigerian movie and you see that, is it? I don't know. They call in our village. They call her like Garden Wine. The voice of the goddess. Like, I don't know. It's not. I'm not the best person to ask this type of thing, but she was called, like, maybe she's the high priestess, you understand, the voice of the gods and stuff like that. So when she only comes out when there's a message, and she gives her a message um with how do you say it, with power, like with a strong voice, you understand, with a voice that is commanding, so you understand her and you understand what is happening. And she just goes back to where she is, and it's almost kind of like a hermit energy too. You understand, where she's cooped up in that place, nobody knows what she's doing, if she's alive or what's going on, and suddenly she comes out again. So mind you, that is just how I am, but then it has been even more like that. You understand? So I'm saying with the energies that I'm working with. So that's just how the season has been. I'm sorry to really sound sad, but that is just the season no feel for me, to be honest, especially now. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. So that's the feeling. You understand? And if I lie to you, I'm sorry. I cannot fake like just sadness or something, or just feeling depressed, or just feeling like, oh god, like emotionally like things are not okay. And because I do know that if emotionally things are fine, people understand each other, or at least understand me because I'm so selfish or whatever, then things will be fine. You understand? I'll be able to move, groove, go with the flow and be like the life of the party. But when I feel like there are mishaps here, people don't understand me and, hurting me, you understand? It's hurtful to not even understand me. It's so hurtful. You understand? Because when you don't understand me, it just makes it seem like I'm a bad person. And whether that's true or not, on one hand, it's not true. Maybe on one hand, it's true, but on the other hand, it's not, you know. And a lot of times, I just feel like people just don't want to understand that. So it's just that vulnerable time where, you know, Pisces season just making me feel, so crippled. You understand, by emotions. You understand, by negative emotions. Pisces season is almost done. You understand? I still urge you guys to enjoy the Pisces season. And if you're already enjoying the Pisces season, kudos to you. Maybe I'm kind of jealous or envious of you, but I already know that Pisces season in general is not really favorable for me. Did I have some favorable things happen to me? Like I said, yes, dancing is always a good thing for me. Singing is always a good thing for me. It didn't mean that I did it to the fullest. You understand? Where I thought it would be really good for me. But I felt that no matter how much I did it, it wouldn't have felt like it was done to the fullest or done to the max for true benefits for me. You understand? Because my emotions were just, you know, um, emotions were just like really heavy, heavy, a lot of emotions to deal with, heavy negative emotions. You understand? So yeah. Uh, I think that's about it. Oh yeah, I wasn't really organized like I used to be, where I'll write down things. Maybe I started like that, but I noticed that even with my Virgo energy, most of the time I didn't follow uh the what was on my list to do, on my to-do list. So there was no point writing it if I'm not gonna do it. So once again, just focus on this hermit energy. Focus on my health, even though there are other things about my physical health more apparent to me. You understand everything. I mean, the smell of food, the taste of food. You understand? There was definitely, I felt like a cat who just didn't like anything, but at the same time, I had to force myself to eat certain things that I know I don't like. And meaning, it's not because of I don't like it, it's that my body is not in agreement with it. My body doesn't want to eat those types of stuff. It doesn't like it. You understand? Like I noticed during this season, which is kind of sort of weird, but it's not too weird when, I don't have all the vitamins that I need. Like once my vitamins start to finish and I've not yet replenished them, like if I personally did not replenish them because I only take, you know, specific vitamins. You understand? It will be hard for me to take my vitamins on a regular basis, and because of how you just the feeling of trying to take the medicine, knowing that it will make me feel like I want to throw up, I won't take it. You understand? The vitamins. You understand? My sister gave me a lot of vitamins, and I already knew that I don't just take things just like that. And once I tried it, I had a very negative reaction to it. My body didn't like it. I instantly almost felt like I wanted to throw up, things like that. So I've been very, very cool on not taking stuff. You understand? Eating and taking vitamins, but on the other hand, too, you understand? Trying to eat more fresh, but at the same time, just eating junk. You understand? Eating highly processed foods or breaded foods when I wanted to eat more of fresh foods. You understand? Which I did both. You understand? I did a lot of fruit infused waters, which was mostly with cucumbers. You understand? And I like that because that was different from me just using lime or lemon all the time. I also like now I have apples in my water, and since the cucumbers have spoiled or they're finished, you know, I'm using, apples now, you know, to put to infuse into my water. Uh, what I want to tell to people who are struggling to stay motivated or, really being affected really hard by the Pisces season, as you can hear, you are not alone. You know, you're just not alone. Don't allow anybody to make you feel bad for you, feeling down and depressed or something. No, or unmotivated. You get what I'm saying? Chances are, you understand, you may be like me, but everybody's unique. You just need to, you know, know that your emotions are valid, one, and don't hate yourself, don't put yourself down. Yes, recognize, for anything, if you don't want to be around something, there's a reason why you don't want to be around something, whether you're being selfish or not. You understand? Selflessness is good, but you know it shouldn't really come at the expense of yourself or your morals. You understand? And that's what I feel we do all the times. A lot of times we go out of our way to please people, and our opinions become very, very absurd and weird to people because it's not their own. You understand? Whether it's weird or not, like the most thing that needs to happen is there needs to be respect. You understand? As long as you respect somebody, you understand, you don't need to, people don't need to, do things exactly like how you want them to do or even be part of what you want. You understand? Because you know that you yourself, you're different. You understand? But at the same time, make sure you gain clarity, true clarity of a situation. You understand? And don't jeopardize yourself. You understand? That's how I feel. But at the same time, also, if I've not said this, apart from singing, praying, uh, this was one of the seasons, yeah, I have to say, it would almost go unnoticed, but I was very powerful with my prayers. You understand? Just very powerful. You understand? And I was just scared about how powerful I was with my prayers. Like just praying. You understand? And usually you know, I may not pray all the time like that, like how I'm supposed to. Or it doesn't seem like it's powerful, but it wasn't the fact that it was more physical. It was just, yeah, it was just a feeling, a strong feeling that it was just powerful. You understand? Things that came to mind, how I was praying. You understand? It just felt really strong and very spiritual. So yeah, it was very powerful spiritual time for me with prayers, and I'm grateful for that. You understand? And I've been living for that during this Pisces season. Um, uh, Pisces is a very vulnerable. It's very vulnerable, and this Pisces season is making me understand just how Piscean I am, just like how Pisces I am. You understand? Because I looked at my Vedic astrology. I believe I'm a Pisces sun, Virgo rising, or something like that. And then sidereal astrology, I'm Pisces. But then Western astrology, I'm Aries. But every now and then I just feel like, oh my God, I'm really Pisces. Kind of. But then again, I don't get along with the season. I guess I'm very, very sensitive. Very, very sensitive. But I believe Pisces, they're more of empaths. And like I try to say with every, opportunity I have, I would like to call myself a highly sensitive person, but I wouldn't necessarily say I'm empathetic. But have I felt sometimes where I was empathetic with others? Yes, I have. You understand? Have I been around empaths and I was able to pick up that they were an empath? Yes, of course. You know, so that's neither here nor there. Actually, that's just for Pisces season. What else? What else? Besides, I've already said that, I wanted to, I didn't take my vitamins like that because it was bothering me. It's just, my body was not agreeing with it. Basically, I was just feeling like a cat. And one time, there were times where I would just respect it. The other times, I would just hurt myself, you understand, by just eating whatever is there, you understand. And usually I do this, but in Pisces season, I just knew that, oh my God, all this dough that in this bread that I'm just eating, all these carbohydrates, you understand, and all that, for my blood sugar is definitely not good or whatever. You understand? In couple of just being very anxious around people. So I don't really too much want to be around people. I didn't want to give off my energy, especially when it was not being appreciated. Like if it was, I would love to. And even though I tried to give off my energy immediately, it was just not appreciated or respected. I withdrew. You understand? So I think that's mostly what this Pisces season is about. I didn't go to any parties, kind of like by choice. I didn't feel like I was respectfully like brought into any parties or anything. Um I didn't even go to church, which that is weird. I think this is one of the worst times to not go to church for me because of how much I felt like a Virgo. You understand? I wanna serve God, and I wanna serve God by singing and stuff, even if I have all this stage fright and all that. I wanna serve God. Like people know me in the church, they know I sing, I dance. I do it very passionately, and most of the time I don't care who is looking, or most of the time I I'm a whole different person when the praises and worship comes on, meaning a better hype vibrating human being most of the time when I'm in the presence of praise and worship, in the presence of God, in church or whatever. So I just learned how to just sing, with myself, record myself singing, record myself dancing and stuff. So, I guess I went against the flow a lot, which was a problem, to people around me. You understand? Because, like I said, this is the season where you need to go with the flow. Like I said, it wasn't easy for me because of values, You understand? Because of, you know, I don't want to say it was my ego. Maybe it's my ego. Okay. I can accept that. I can accept that. But I didn't feel like people were following my morals or principles, and even though it wasn't about me, I just didn't want to insert myself into things that I felt was going to make me extremely uncomfortable, which it was already making me extremely uncomfortable. And I believe that is it for the season. It's about to be 1 hour into this, so and I know you can see me, but I'm recording in the dark, so that is mostly it. I'm glad I was able to somewhat, express to you how Pisces in a nutshell look like to me. Hope yours is good. You understand? Just talk about your feelings if you want to in the best way possible, you know, and and even if you don't talk about it to me or anyone else, just express your emotions in the most creative way that you can. You understand? And I believe you'll be fine. You understand? I believe we'll all be fine. So that's all I have for you guys. That's Pisces in a nutshell for me. I'm not sure I'm gonna do Pisces part two. I'm not. I'm just gonna go straight into, the next video. Next recording, which should be Aries woman experience with Pisces man, Pisces woman. So please stay tuned for that. And I also want to, just be done with that. So anyway, thank you so much for tuning into Hair Tuition, which is a spin-off from Intuitive Talks. I intuit into it. You intuit into it. We intuit into it. We all intuit into it. I just intuited into it. And I'm just connecting the dots while also just remembering memory. Take care, everyone. Happy Pisces season, you guys. Bye.